leotards. Double back dismount. Few minor wobbles, few slack knees. Handstand flick, slack back leg there into the straight back to one leg, and she just adjusted the landing. A real cowboy tuck. And of course, split-legged tucks are being phased out now.
Has really had to haul herself round, but a lot of difficulty in the exercise, and that's the reward, 9.85. Aurelia Dobre, the reigning world champion. Little Potterach doing the job of getting the bars to exactly the right tackiness. For Dobre. They really do make these girls work. Potterach has just performed her exercise. We're still waiting for the score to come up. Meanwhile, over on vault, Lachanova 9.9 and Boginskaya 9.95.
Svetlana Boginskaya, already done one vault. This is her second and the better score of the two to count.
Back to the A-bars, and we're to Aurelia Dobre. The director not sure whether they were ever going to decide on Potterach's score, but they did. She came up with a brilliant 9.9. Now what can the world champion do?
Nice combination at the end. Full twisting giant into the double back away. Dobre really does have magnificent form, John.
She's not been quite at her best in these Olympics. She had an operation on her knee just 3 months ago, and it's been a long, hard road back for her, but she is a brilliant gymnast, and I'm sure she's getting better every day, so we are likely to see some very special work out of her in these voluntary exercises. It's very often the sets that suffer when you have a layoff. And 9.9, that's the sort of start that she wanted.
And this is the moment everybody's been waiting for, because this lady, Daniela Silivash, runner-up in the World Championships in '87, but a supreme gymnast. She really looks on terrific form. Came into this round in the lead, just 0.05 ahead of Shushanova.
Yes, we think that with Dobre being slightly below par, this is the girl that the Romanians are pushing for the gold. Short clear. Shoot front half turn dismount. She she really is sparkling, this girl, in the whole competition. She's got a new hairstyle, she's gone curly, it gives her a little bit of added height, and she's performing absolutely magnificently. She's even learned how to smile.
And tremendous variety in this routine. This is the catch-off, but before that she did Stolder and Endo on the high bar. And that beautiful dismount. Just watch the landing technique, not a murmur. It's got to be a 10, hopefully.
Well, we shall wait with bated breath to see what they're doing. I think there's certainly a couple of 10s around, Monica, because the judges are in conference. A little bit of discussion going on. The head judge, who is Lyudmila Teresheva, the great Russian champion of a few years ago, is talking to everybody. Communication between the judges these days, something that goes on a great deal, and they sort of discuss things. But here, Elena Shushanova to the vault. My goodness, nobody attacks a vault as Shushanova does.
No, she certainly means business. She really does. And yes, Silivash has. She's got a 10. Brilliant stuff, and she's delighted. And all this racket going on while Shushanova's walking back to her position for her second vault. This, a close look at the first, and it's excellent. Really, I can hardly criticize it.
Now it's one to just enjoy. Look at that poise, look at the style of it. And she's got a 10-2. 2 10s within a minute. Anything you can do, Silivash, I can do as well.
And that signal to her coach was that this time I'm putting in 2 twists.
She's no real need to do another vault because she's already got the maximum mark, but when it comes to the individual apparatus final, a double twist might give her that extra edge, so why not try it now? No, she went only 1 twist. Misread it, or perhaps she changed her mind halfway through when she realized that she hadn't hit the horse exactly as she wanted to.
Possibly. I saw her give that signal in warm-up. That's why I assumed that it was the same. But perhaps she didn't feel quite right. And she's the best judge of how she feels coming off the top of the horse. But that is when vaulting is brilliant. When in slow motion, it doesn't look any different than at the speed of the human eye. Lovely extension, lovely lift. She's got a plaster on her big toe, and that's the only thing that's waving in the air. Second vault, 9.925, so the best score, 10, carries forward.
Well, we've still got Phoebe Mills on the floor for the USA. There's little Daniela Silivash practicing already her next move, but a startling first rotation there. Suzanne, if you can hear us back in London, looks like it's all going through the roof, doesn't it?
Quite honestly, John, I just cannot believe what we're seeing here in London. I mean, the 10s are just flying about all over the place. I mean, every time Shushanova gets one, the Romanians get one. I mean, I've not seen Silivash on such good form. She's just amazing.